Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to February's monthly reset routine. I'm so excited to sit down and get reset for the new month together. Hence the oversized big red sweatshirt I have on. This is like the only thing kind of like pink or red that I have. This is actually one of those sweatshirts from TikTok shop. It's like from Viable, I think, or no, Fiable, I think is the brand. I don't know. I've seen them all over TikTok. I have the red one and I also have the coffee color, which is like a really like pretty brown kind of gray one. I love them. I'm really excited because I am going to be making some changes to the monthly resets. We're really going to put a lot of focus on savings and investments. So I'll talk about this. I'm getting ahead of myself, but this year is a big year for savings and investments for me, especially for savings, because I am hoping to purchase a house early next year. And so every single month I need to make sure that I am saving and investing, but definitely saving cash for a new home. And we'll talk about that a little bit more, but we will be like really going over savings and investments. And then we will obviously talk about our books of the month and our current reads. So super excited to sit down, chat, and just reset together. I've heard a lot of people say that January just did not go as planned. Like January was just not the best. For me, you guys already know I sound like a broken record. January was terrible for me, if I'm gonna be honest. January was not a good month. So this is like the first month, like we had the trial of January. Now it's like, okay, we're into 2025. It's time to get our stuff together. February is the month that we really kick things into gear. So don't worry, we have 11 more months and we are starting with February. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't reset already, definitely make sure to pull out your goal and habit trackers, your budget spreadsheets, your books of the month. We can kind of go through and chat through those together. If you have already done your February monthly reset, totally fine. You can still pull out your goals, still pull out your finances, savings, and investments, and you can kind of just do a quick check-in with yourself. Really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you are new here, make sure to like this video, subscribe down below, and let's get started. All right, we are gonna start out with our goals, then we'll go into savings and investments, and then finish it off with a book chat. I didn't really prepare for it this month, but starting next month too, because we are gonna be talking about savings and investments a lot this year, I am gonna bring back our monthly money chat. I'm gonna be condensing everything into one reset routine. I think in my last monthly reset, I said I was gonna be splitting them up. I'm actually gonna be just condensing everything into one video. So we will do goals, savings and investments, monthly money chat, and a lot of those will be around savings tips, investments tips, and then we'll finish it off with our books of the month. Okay, so here are my goals for February. I did not set any last month. Next month, we will obviously reflect on these goals. We're just gonna start off here by talking about goals this month. So we have personal, wellness, financial, press reset goals. I'm actually going to put that as business and not just press reset, business goals, and social media goals. So we will start off with personal goals. I have 3 personal goals. The first one is finish my first master's class with an A. I absolutely love it. It's going really, really well so far. I love my class, but it's like I don't know if all master's programs are like this, but like it's at an accelerated pace. So one class is, I think, 9 weeks, I want to say. So I end up taking 2 classes a semester, even though I'm taking 1 class at a time. So everything moves super, super quickly. So I'm actually going to be done with this class, I think February 20th. I have an A in the class now, and I want to finish my first master's class with an A. So that's my first personal goal. Second, read 2 books. I want to read 1 nonfiction and 1 fiction, which when we get into the book section, I'll talk a little bit more about those books, but I'm like halfway done with a nonfiction book right now that I want to finish. And then I want to start a new fiction book this month and finish that this month as well. And then I also want to spend 15 minutes a day learning something new. So this is something that I started doing. I have this app on my phone. I have a few actually, but I've just been seeing, like, obviously once I downloaded one, I've just been like getting a bunch of ads for them, but there's an app called the Smarty Me app, and I have it downloaded. I think it's free if I remember correctly. I'll put a little screen recording right here, but basically they just have like little snippets of subjects or topics that you can learn about. It only takes like, once again, like 15 minutes. So you can learn about history. They have like little mini courses on logic, art, finance. So just like, it's a really easy way just to learn something new really quickly. For wellness goals, I have used all of my Pilates and Orange Theory classes. So I did start Pilates too. I only bought the 4-pack, so I have 4 Pilates classes a month. It's at a reformer Pilates studio. And then obviously I have my Orange Theory, which I've been doing for a while, but I actually started reformer Pilates because One, I wanted to also take classes that weren't as high intensity as Orange Theory, but also my mom signed up for Pilates and I wanted to start just like doing workout classes with her here and there. And reformer Pilates is not cheap at all, so I want to make sure that if I'm going to pay for those classes that I'm actually using them. Next I have try journaling. I have seen nothing but great things about journaling. It's something that I've never really been into, but I'm really on my like health and wellness journey right now, I guess. One thing that I know that I struggle with is articulating my thoughts really well. I am terrible. Like if I have an idea or if I think of something or if I'm just like expressing my feelings, I'm terrible at articulating my thoughts. And so I feel like journaling might be something that could help with that. Comment down below if you journal and if it's made a big difference for you. Like I said, I've seen nothing but good things, so I'm like, it really can't hurt to try. But yeah, it's something that I want to try this month. Meditate for 15 minutes a day. I love when I actually remember to meditate. I just need to remember to meditate a little bit more. So I want to meditate for 15 minutes and hit my 10,000 steps per day. It is finally getting warmer out here in Ohio. It's not -5 anymore. We are in like the high 20s to 30s, which is definitely not warm, but it's actually like warm enough to be able to stay outside for a little bit longer, out being miserable. And just with working and especially with starting school, I've been hitting like 5,000 steps a day. Like it's been really bad. I don't know why, but I haven't really even used my walking pad at all. Like I haven't been walking and I don't know why, but I definitely need to move my body more. For financial goals, we'll talk about these a little bit more in a second, but I want to hit all my savings goals and my savings tracker. With business goals, I just want to give the Press Reset site a fresh update. I feel like Press Reset is like it's just going right now. Like I haven't really done anything new with it, and I really want to get into a good routine and really put a lot of creativity back into it because obviously I love it. Like Press Reset is my baby. But just give it a little refresh. The site's been the same for a while, so give the site a fresh update, send out 2 newsletters and write 1 blog post, and brainstorm the future of Press Reset and create SMART goals. I really want to set actionable goals this year that I want to hit with timelines so I can actually work on growing Press Reset and not just keeping it exactly the same. And so that is one of my goals this month. And then for social media, just finding a consistent content routine and upload 3 YouTube videos, which I have on my monthly to-dos down here. I want to plan all of my content for February by the 5th. But yeah, these are all of my goals for February. We're slowly getting back into a good routine. I have 13 goals set. All of them I feel like are very achievable, but it's just going to take a lot of time management, balancing my personal, wellness, business, social media, everything together. So it's not rocket science. It just takes a little bit of discipline. And also, if you guys have never seen this spreadsheet, this is a Press Reset spreadsheet. Press Reset is my finance and productivity brand. I have the all-in-one goal and habit tracker, the ultimate wealth dashboard. And if you click on, or I guess that's all business, if you click through what you're actually accomplishing, you will also have a little goals distribution chart down there, but we haven't obviously accomplished any of this yet. I have my monthly to-dos over here. I want to buy a journal to write in, schedule all of my workout classes for the month, so that way, once again, I know just what I'm doing and when I need to be there. And then I also need to, like I said, plan out all my content before the 5th. And then last thing I want to go through are my daily habits. So all of these pretty much are everything, kind of relate to everything up here, but I want to hit 10,000 steps a day. Like I said, I want to make sure I'm taking all my vitamins daily. I want to spend 15 minutes learning something new, meditate, and drink 120 ounces of water. I feel good right now. Like I feel like I'm finally getting into a good routine, a good rhythm. I'm excited to film. I feel like I'm getting my creativity back, my personality back, and I just feel really good about it. But let me know how you guys feel going into the new month. Okay, goals are done. Now let's talk about our savings and investments. So this is really the sheet that we're gonna be using for our savings and investment, like just really all of our finance talk in 2025. I am no longer, and I hate to say this, I'm no longer gonna be doing my traditional budget with me's where I go through my income, expenses, bills, all of that, just for the sheer fact that I wanna keep some of that confidential now that I have a job. Like now that I actually am employed by someone. One, I know people that I work with watch my videos. I know clients that I work with, I don't know if they watch my videos, but some of them do know that I have a YouTube channel. And because I am like customer facing, I do have accounts that I don't think it's the best decision to share how much I make. And if you add up my investments, savings, expenses, bills, like if you add all of that together, you can kind of get an idea of how much I make. Honestly, if I worked for like a large corporation, it really wouldn't matter. Like if I was like, I don't know, if I worked at Chase Bank, let's say, like you could just look at Glassdoor and like everyone kind of makes a similar amount. But because I do work at a smaller company, it's like more of that startup environment. I do want to keep how much I make a little bit more confidential just because I don't want to cause any issues. All of that being said, I love talking about finances. I think financial transparency is super important, especially in younger women and just women in general. I think it's a conversation that not enough people talk about, and I think it's very important. I still want to make sure I talk about it. And the way that I want to do that is really focus on my savings and my investments, because like I said at the beginning of this video, I have big savings goals this year and big investments goals, but really the focus is on savings. And I want to bring you guys along my 2025 savings journey, which I think could be really fun because I have to be very disciplined because this is going to be the most that I've ever saved in a year. I have a lot of big things that I want to purchase early next year, and just next year in general. I want to get a house. I would love to get a new car. And because of that, I want to really focus this year on saving enough cash and being really disciplined. And I have a set savings goal in mind that we will kind of talk through. We're still going to talk about finances. I'm going to keep you updated on like my overall spend and just like how I felt financially about a certain month, and then how much to the dollar that I actually saved and invested. So I feel like that's still a good balance of talking about finances without being openly like, yeah, I made X amount this month. I spent this month on groceries. We can talk about the big topics still without getting into like the nitty gritty things. We're gonna spend pretty much all of our finance chit chats on this tab. This is the savings and investments tab in the Ultimate Wealth Dashboard. Ultimate Wealth Dashboard, once again, is by Press Reset. So the overarching goal this year that I have is to save $30,000 in cash for a house. So I want to still have a $10,000 emergency fund. This is just strictly for a house. So once that $30,000 is gone, I don't want it to be all of my money. So I basically am starting from scratch for this $30,000 and not tapping into what I already have. For my American Express high yield savings account, I'm gonna put this goal at $25,000. And this is additional. So I'm gonna put my starting balance at 0 because anything that I have in there right now, I don't want to count towards this because I wanna just have the money left over for obviously like once we get into the house. So we actually have a joint savings account together that we each put $300 in there a month. It's just like extra cash for like a bedroom furniture set or a new couch, or just like extra money towards smaller things to fill the house, not necessarily the down payment itself. But we do plan on increasing that the closer that we get. So by the end of the year, I'm gonna say my contributions put at $5,000. So that would put $10,000 in our joint savings account. And for my cash savings, let me actually go get this book that my mom got me. I think it's so cute and I wanna fill it this year. Okay, so my mom got me this book. It's called the 100 Envelope Savings Challenge. You can get them on Amazon. And basically, they have 100 different envelopes in here. They have 1 through 100, and whatever this like little pocket is marked with is the amount of cash that you actually put in there. So you put $17, $18, $19, $20. So you can see I've already kind of like started putting some money in there. But by the end of it, you will have $5,050 once you fill all of these. And I think it's an easy way, honestly, to save $5,000. And I'm not someone that like really has cash, so it was fun. Like I was actually scrambling to find all the cash that I could to fill as many envelopes as I could. So it just makes it almost like a game. Like it just makes it enjoyable, and it doesn't feel like you're like necessarily saving as much as you actually are. Like $13, $14, you can start small and it all adds up so quickly. So especially if you're like a server or someone who works in an industry that involves a lot of cash, I think this would be perfect for you. If you're someone like me who doesn't really carry cash, honestly, I think I'm just gonna go like every paycheck and just get a little bit of money out of the bank and start filling these. And then once you have them filled, you can check them off here. But yeah, I thought it was just a really cute idea to just save a little bit of extra money without really feeling, like you're missing $5,050. So my goal is to fill this also by the end of the year. So this is, when I say cash savings, this is what I'm referring to. So I'm also gonna say $5,050 for that. And I actually do have some saved. And then for my gifts sinking fund, I'm just going to say, I already actually have $300 even in my gift sinking fund from January. I'm going to say, let's just throw $1,500 in there by the end of the year. So that puts my total savings goal for 2025 to $36,550. Okay, so you can see from my joint savings, I've saved $600 so far, 12% of the way there. I saved $300 in January, $300 this month as well. I already transferred that money over. For my cash savings, last month I saved $35. We are 1% of the way there. And then for my gift sinking fund, last month I saved $300. This month I will probably also save $300, but I haven't put that money aside yet. So we are 20% of the way there. And then you can see as we start saving more and more, we are slowly filling the bars here. And I forgot to add this in last month as well. I did also save $800 in my high yield savings account. So 3% of the way there. Definitely gonna have to pick it up a little bit. But our goal is $36,550, and so far going into February, we have saved $1,775. Then also, I think I'll scroll down a little bit. You can see the savings progress up here, total savings goals, total saved, any savings goals or like specific things. If you need to open any accounts or anything that you need to remember, you can always add that to-do list here, savings per month and savings per account. But if we go down to investments, I already have this in here. I do want to max out my Roth IRA, so that is $7,500. My 401k account, I'm probably not going to max it out this year. I think the max on a 401k is like 21,000. I wasn't going to set this as the max, but I actually think that I am because I do also have a 401k match as well. So we're going to go big. We're going to say 23,500 total. So this isn't necessarily from my contribution. It's kind of adding my match in there as well, but regardless, my goal is to max out my IRA and my 401k account. So that is 31,000 invested. And then crypto, I'm slowly like starting to invest in crypto. Devin loves it, Devin invests. I'm like very behind on it, but I did say that I was going to invest $300 a month in crypto. So we will say 3,600 in crypto, which I did not contribute to last month. My 401k, I definitely did. I'll have to pull those numbers and my match as well, which I do not have right now. But yeah, big goals this year. 34,600 for investments and 36,550 for savings on top of paying for my master's. So like I said, big year of just being disciplined all around. Obviously being disciplined with my routines, but then also being very disciplined financially as well. So honestly, if I can get really close to these goals, I would be very happy. These are definitely out there, but I'm gonna try. But anyways, those are my goals for 2025. Every single month, we will check in and do an update. I will let you guys know how much I saved and invested for the previous month and just keep you updated on my monthly progress during my monthly resets. But last portion of today's video is going to be books of the month. So you guys, I finally finished The Only One Left by Riley Sager right here. I will say it was good. It was much better than The House Across the Lake. However, I definitely think I like Frida McFadden's writing better. Like Riley Sager, I didn't love House Across the Lake. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't my favorite. This one was pretty good, but I feel like with a lot of his books, the books could be cut in half. Like there was so much dead time, in my opinion. I feel like the book could have at least been 100 pages shorter. I think I would just rather go with Frida McFadden for more thriller books. And my read for February, I actually have in here as well. I joined a book club. I joined a work book club. And the book that we're actually reading this month is, let me find it. It is called Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. Comment down below, let me know if you guys have read this. I've never heard of this book. I guess it's an entire series. And I posted it on Instagram and I had like 3 of you message me and say that like you love this, it's so good. But now that I'm done with The Only One Left, this is my book for February, my fiction book, which I am excited. I've never read a Lila Sage book. And for my nonfiction book, I cannot seem to find it. I was reading it the other day in the kitchen, and it might actually be upstairs still, but it is called Never Split the Difference. And I started reading this. It was recommended to me by a work colleague, and it's very good for learning sales and the art of negotiation. It's basically about a former FBI hostage negotiator. I really like it because it's not like a very dry, like self-improvement, professional development book. I like that he has real stories of previous hostage negotiations and the situations and things that he did well and things that he did not do well. Definitely recommend if you're looking for a book like that. But yeah, those are my 2 reads for the month of February. I will let you guys know my thoughts. And yeah, I'm trying to wrap this up quickly because I'm pretty much out of daylight. It is 6 o'clock. I've been talking for way too long, but I missed my monthly resets and I'm excited just to sit down, talk to you guys again. We're set for a new month together, and I'm excited about this format moving forward. I think it's gonna be fun, and like I said 1,000 times, I'm really excited to bring you guys along my savings journey, and it's really, really, really gonna help keep me accountable. And likewise with my monthly resets, I will try to keep you accountable too. So if you have savings goals for this month, make sure that you have a plan to actually hit them. One of my favorite sayings is spend what you have after you save. Don't save what you have after you spend. So when you get that next paycheck, save everything that you can and then spend the rest. Don't spend and then just save the remaining $100, $200, whatever you have left over. So keep that in mind too if you have big savings goals every time you get paid. It's something that I've started living by, and it really does help you save more than you even thought you could save. I always push myself to save a little bit extra and live off the rest, and every single time it works out perfectly fine. So I'm sure it will for you too. Thank you guys once again so much for watching and for spending the last 20 or so minutes with me just resetting, getting ready for February. As always, both spreadsheets will be linked down below, the All-in-One Goal and Habit Tracker and the Ultimate Wealth Dashboard. If you have goals that you want to accomplish this year, these spreadsheets, in my personal opinion, I may be a little bit biased, but they are some of the best to do that. So definitely make sure to go check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye guys.